like Westfork will kick to the Bulldogs to start our game tonight. Bulldogs running out of the eye on offense, and also they'll spread them out a little bit too. A little bit of each we'll see tonight with Cale Beamer, the junior quarterback, leading the way, number 7. Back deep is Alex Martinson, number 4, and number 32 is Alex Albert. Waiting to kick off here from the Warhawks. And then here we go. A little onside kick to start things. It rolls at the 50, and I don't think it went far enough. Went to the 49. So I guess that's where they'll start. It's a good starting position for the first drive of the year on your opponent's 49-yard line. And, of course, no time has come off the clock because Lake Mills didn't touch the ball there, so still 12 minutes left here in the first quarter of the first game of the year. The Bulldogs led by number 7, quarterback Cale Beamer, Jr., and then Alex Albert and Maverick Schmidt in the backfield, 32 and 33. Schmidt up front and Alex Albert in the eye. Flanker Alex Martinson. Tommy Cactus at wide receiver. Here's a handoff over the right side. Doesn't get much there. Alex Albert pretty much got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. It'll be 2nd and 10. Maybe they'll call it 11. Might have lost a half a yard. Up front for the Bulldogs, Anthony Nazer at the left tackle, Dylan Reneker at left guard, 77 and 70. 76, Nate Orban is the center. Number 55, Cole Burgo, the right guard, and 50, Gabe Irons at right tackle. Here is a run up the middle, and that is Maverick Schmidt, the 5'11 junior, who gets a few yards, about to 46. It's going to be 3rd down, and a good chunk of change to go. About 7 yards to get to the first down. Into the game is Blake Storby, number 1. 6'2", sophomore. And he goes wide to the left. They're going to spread him out a little bit here. 1 back in the backfield is Alex Albert. And he gets the fake handoff and a little bit of pressure on the quarterback, Beamer, and he's tackled right about the line of scrimmage. He might have got a half a yard on that one, almost to the 45 of Westfork. 4th down. Not a lot of movement on that first drive. All runs. Mostly over the right side and up the middle. Back to punt is Logan Prescott, the 5'8 sophomore. A couple of guys back deep at about the 10-yard line for Westfork. Nice snap. Kick is up high. Didn't go very far. It bounces at about the 28, and that's where it's going to fall dead and be touched down by Alex Albert. So the first drive of the season is on the books for Lake Mills. Didn't go very far, but they have Westfork at the 28, 1st and 10. 10:02 to go here in the first quarter. Lucas Wogan is the quarterback for Westfork. He's 6'2 junior. And they'll have Spencer Nash and Ian Gonzalez in the backfield, numbers 21 and 11. Looks like just Nash right now, the lone setback. And there's a whistle. Looks like Lake Mills players are clapping, so you got procedure against Westfork, and that'll back them up. Good start for the defense there. They didn't have to do anything. Somebody jumped first. It's 1st and 15 for the Warhawks. They also have a wide receiver, 16, Jesse Chimbambo, a 6' junior. Ian Latham, number 1, wide receiver, 5'10 sophomore. And Michael Fione, number 28, at times wide 2. Fione and Latham come wide to the left, with Chimbambo wide right, and the single setback again. And they're trying to go on the right side, but there's no real estate there. Shut down right away by Maverick Schmidt. In fact, that's going to lose yards. Second down and 17 from the 21 for Westfork. Good start for the defense here. Penalty on the Warhawks, and then a nice shutdown on that run to the right. Again, it's Wogan behind center. He gets the snap, throws it out left, and it's incomplete. Spencer Nash was the running back, intended receiver there. So third down, 17. On defense, Lake Mills up front has Dylan Reneker and Nate Orban at the tackles. Max Johnson also is going to be playing tackle tonight, and Brett and Tyler and at nose guard, number 67. Third down, 17 for Westfork. Here's the snap. Wogan has it, and he's going up the right seam, but incomplete, a little too far for Jesse Chimbambo. Or was that Ian Latham? I think that was Latham. Number 1, Latham out there. The 5'10 sophomore couldn't get his hands on that one, and it's incomplete. So fourth and long, and it looks like Lake Mills get the ball back, as we are down to 9:10 left in the first quarter. Looked to be open on that pass play. Was a little too far for his 5'10 frame to reach. Here's the punt from Westfork, and received by Cactus in Warhawks territory at about the 48, and he gets to the 47. So the second chance for Lake Mills here on offense. See if they can get some first downs moving here and matriculate that ball down the field and get a score here. 9:02 left in the first quarter. Lake Mills with the ball on Bulldogs TV tonight, powered by Live Sports Live online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. Tell your friends about us, and you can watch these home games all through the season. Here's a snap to Beamer, the quarterback, who takes it up the middle and gets a couple of yards to the 45. A couple of yards there for Kale. 6-foot junior quarterback. Alex Martinson coming into the game, and exiting is number 44, Grant Felstead. Here we go, second down and 8 from the Westfork 45. The snap, here's a throw out to the right. It's completed. He's got a blocker in front of him, and it's just going to get a couple of yards before he goes out of bounds. Like Maverick Schmidt, the running back in the flat there. They're going to give him progress to the 43. So we're looking at third down, 6 to go for the Bulldogs. Felstead comes back into the game, as does Colby Groh. Nate Orban leads him up. He's the center. Over the ball. Now it's Cale Beamer under center. No shotgun. He's got Schmidt right behind him, and Albert in the eye. There is a play that is snuffed from the beginning. Maverick Schmidt tried to get up the middle there, but no going there, and it's fourth down. Probably lost a yard or two there. Lost a yard, they're saying. 4th and 7 from the Warhawks 44. 43 and a half. Punting situation for the Bulldogs with 7:50 and counting left in the first quarter. There's the punt. That's better than the last one. It's going to get down to about the 15. Uh-oh. Well, they didn't call an early hit on that. Looked like it might have been, but you got Ware picking it up, or Spencer Nash picking it up for Westfork, and he's run out of bounds there at about the 20-yard line or so. 8, they called it the 19. They did drop the flag. Looked like it might have been hit a little early by one of the Lake Mills defenders there on the punt return attempt. But we'll see. The referees are talking about it. And they are going to call interference on Lake Mills. And we didn't call for a fair catch on the punt, but he did get, looked like he got hit before the ball got there. So that is, I think, what they're calling on that. They're trying to figure out the yardage. And we have 7:39 left, first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Lake Mills against Westfork. And Live Sports Live, LLC, proud to introduce your very own sports channel for the Lake Mills School District. We'll be doing football here, and of course volleyball too. Starting next Tuesday, we'll have the home volleyball matches for Lake Mills as well. And check out live sports coverage, shop for Bulldog apparel, connect with fellow sports enthusiasts, and more. Check it all out at lakemillsbulldogs.com. And through September 15th, if you like our page, you like and share the post that talks about all this, you're entered into a contest to win a custom stadium chair and T-shirt, with the winner to be announced on September 18th. Well, the referees figure it out. They put the Warhawks at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:39 to play, first quarter from Bulldog Stadium. They went nowhere on their last drive. Let's see what happens here. It's a handoff up the middle, no go there. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Spencer Nash.
Tackled by Dylan Reneker.
Dylan Reneker getting the tackle there. There's a hold on Westfork. So it'll stay first down. I'll move him back a bit. Referees getting busy lately. I'm going to set it down at the 19, which was, I believe, the original line of scrimmage when they fielded the punt and ran it out of bounds. 1st and 20 at the 19 for Westfork, with quarterback Lucas Wogan, number 7, in the shotgun. Single setback. He gets it up the middle. No real estate there. They have not been able to run at all on this Lake Mills Bulldogs defense. They're crediting Burgo with the tackle there. So it's 2nd down and 20 or 19 or 20 or so. They're just outside the 20-yard line. Their own 20. Last drive, they tried a couple of passes. One over the middle on long 3rd down was incomplete. So their offense hasn't been so successful. Neither offense has. Here's a long pass of about 15, 20 yards, but it's incomplete, overthrown everybody. Lucas Wogan throwing to Ian Latham, the 5'10 sophomore. 3rd and long, which is what they had last time. They had the ball. Playing all this game so far in Westfork side of the field, which is good. Field position, critical in most games. Just got to break through and score here. First game, some jitters maybe, some feeling things out and seeing how it goes, and hopefully we can stop them here and get the ball back and put something on the board. 3rd and 20 at the 20. Referee blows the whistle, and we have a timeout. Westfork. 6:36 to go in the first quarter of a scoreless game from Lake Mills against Westfork on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. We are back in Lake Mills, Bulldogs football, Bulldogs TV. We're going to do football and volleyball. Looking forward to boys and girls basketball, too, later on. And it's fun to have our first year of Bulldogs TV. Last year we were on livesportslive.com. Still the same company, but we call it Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live. Online, you can find us at lakemillsbulldogs.com. We are at 6:36 left in the first quarter. Scoreless game, Lake Mills and Westfork, and the Warhawks are about to put the ball in play on 3rd down and 20 from their own 20. And here we go. The quarterback has it, swings it out to the right, but it's incomplete. Wogan throwing out there to, looked like Nash. So it is 4th down again, 4th and 20. So Lake Mills will get the ball, should be in pretty good field position. Last time they got it right inside the 50 on the Warhawks side of the field. In fact, this whole game's been played on that side of the field. Thanks to our sponsors, Young Plumbing and Heating, Womack Design, Sophia Asa Photography, Premier Concrete, Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Lake Mills Chamber, Carl Bladel Construction, Dave's Auto, Dale's Body Shop, BizWiz, and Amish Heirlooms Furniture. Here goes Martinson taking the punt return and getting it to the 38 or so. Took it about midfield or so. So they're going to put her down at the 37. Great field position on their third possession here for the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Bulldogs offense led by Cale Bieber. They've tried to run it a lot up the middle, maybe off the right side. They've had one pass, I believe, one pass attempt, which was completion. Will swing pass to Alex Albert. They are in the I. Beamer under center. With Alex Albert in the I, he gets the handoff over the right side and stood up there. His progress is going to get him to about the 37, I guess. No gain. Pretty much, well, they've even got a 38-yard line, so moved him back a yard. Second down, 11. Maybe they can get into the field goal range at least if they can't score the touchdown here. But points would be nice. 5:58 to play in the first quarter. Second and 10 for Lake Mills. Opening game of the year. They have a road game next Friday at Newman Catholic. Here's Beamer under center again. Fakes the handoff this time and rolls to his left. He's got a guy open over the middle, but it's incomplete. Martinson covered closely there. And no flag on that play. It's like Michael Fione on the defense there. But ball kind of hit it. Receiver in the hands, and you always say if it hits you in the hands, more times than not, you should probably catch it, but easier said than done. End of the ball game for Lake Mills is Felstead and Blake Storby. Got Cactus wide to the right. They got actually spread offense here with 4 receivers spread out, 2 on each side. Caleb takes the ball. He's going up the middle. He's got room. Nice run. Tough run. First down inside the 25. We're going to put her down at about the 24. Nice run from Cale Beamer on the quarterback draw there. Saw the wide open field and put on some moves and took her down there. First down, 10 to go at the 24. 5:19 and counting to play. Again, the spread offense with 1 back, Albert in the backfield. This time a handoff, and he is stood up right there at the line of scrimmage. Be lucky to get back Alex Albert to the line of scrimmage. Second down. They might have given him a half yard or so, so they'll call it 2nd and 9. The 23 and a half. Running the spread offense the last couple of plays, and they're going to do it again. They've got Felstead and Storby out left with Cactus. And Schmidt out to the right. And here's a pass over the middle. Incomplete. Tommy Cactus, the intended receiver, over the middle. And he was open, but he had to dive for it. Incomplete pass. It brings up third down. 3rd and 9 from the 23. 4:30 now to play. Clock stops with the incompletion. Scoreless ball game from Lake Mills. Westfork Warhawks from Sheffield in town for the opener. There's Beamer from the shotgun, and he's got it. He's got Martinson open, and he's caught it for the touchdown. Beautiful play. Beamer to Martinson. 23-yard touchdown pass. Very nice. Led him perfectly. And they get the big score there to take the 6-0 lead with 4:25 still to play in the first. An extra point. He's coming up, Gabe Irons. Holding will be Cale Beamer. And number 50, Irons. Try and kick that extra point, and it's good. 7-0 Lake Mills on a nice looking drive there. 4:25 to play here in the first. They're up 7-0 on Westfork, and we'll be back with more action here on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. 7-0. Lake Mills takes the lead on Westfork here with 4:25 left in the first. 23-yard touchdown pass from Cale Beamer to Alex Martinson. Very nice looking play. Actually, the drive was really nice too. Beamer had a nice long run on a quarterback draw for a first down. And then the 23-yard touchdown to the left. He beat his man, did Martinson, and Beamer found him in the end zone for the touchdown. And extra point good by Gabe Irons, and it's 7-0. 4:25 to play, first quarter. From Lake Mills tonight. And here's Irons for the kickoff. And he boots it end over end down to the 10. Taken there by, oh, he's tackled right away too. It's Ian Latham. Alex Albert took him down nice and hard. So they will start deep at the, looks like, 15-yard line. First and 10 from the 15, and Westfork has not been able to move the ball much at all. They haven't, all the play, except for kickoffs, have happened on their side of the 50. 4:21 left in the first. 7-0 Lake Mills. Westfork with the ball. Lucas Wogan is their quarterback, and he does get it off. Oh, nice hit at the 20. A complete pass to Ian Latham, but he gets blasted at the 20 by Burgo. They're going to call it 6-yard gain, so second down and 4.5 or so. A complete pass. Of course, Lake Mills defense, we mentioned some of the linemen, the linebackers, Nick Ron, Grant Felstead, Gabe Irons, Maverick Schmidt, Cole Burgo, with Alex Martinson and Cale Beamer at cornerback, Tommy Cactus and Alex Albert starting at safeties. Here's a run around the right side and some yardage gained there by Spencer Nash, the 5'11 junior. Flag is down, and it's in the backfield. Could be a hold. It is a hold. Hold on the offense. A lot of times that backfield flag will be some kind of a hold on the offensive line. So that'll move them back and negate a pretty nice run. It wasn't for a first down. It was a couple 3 yards short of the first down. But it looks like it'll be 2nd and 9. No, they're going to go way back here to the 10-yard line, 10 and 11-yard line.
Takes it back to about the 11-yard line.
So that's going to set them back. 2nd down and long with 3:34 to play. Is this the longest first quarter in the history of high school football? 3:33 left. Seems like it's been going forever. A lot of clock stoppages. There's been some penalties and incomplete passes and things like that. Here comes Warhawks offense. Number 7, Lucas Wogan in the shotgun there with a single setback. He's got a spread offense this time. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. Here's a long pass completed. And a big first down almost out to the 40-yard line for Michael Fione. Michael Fione, number 28, with the catch out to the 39. He outran a couple of defensive backs for Lake Mills, but they ran him out of bounds as soon as he caught the ball, thankfully, because there was wide open field in front of him if nobody had caught up to him. But nice play there, and it's 1st and 10 for the Warhawks at the 39. 3:01 and the clock running here in the first. Shotgun again, a spread offense with the 3 receivers on the right, and there's a complete pass just across the 40, but tackled immediately on the play.
Alex Albert making the tackle after a short gain across the 40.
Alex Albert in on the stop for Lake Mills. Nice crisp tackle there. Second down and 8, couple of yards gained on that one over the right side, a little pass. So far, Westfork not afraid to throw the ball. They probably have more passes than runs. He's got 3 guys wide to the left, and he's going over the middle to the tight end, 88. It's a completion. Caleb Bacon, 6'1", freshman. Oh, no, that's Lake Mills. I'm sorry. The wrong page there. That's Mitchell Halloran, the 6'2", junior, who caught the pass and runs for a first down. Finally, the Warhawks getting into Lake Mills territory at their 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Coming down to 2 minutes left here in the first. This spread offense is working for the Warhawks now. There's a pass that's over the head of Ian Latham. Stops the clock, and it's 2nd and 10 at the Lake Mills 47. They're moving the ball. They had a long way to go. They started out at their 15-yard line and were pushed back to the 10 on penalty. But a nice long pass has them across midfield for the first time. Westfork. Lake Mills scoring 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson, Alex Martinson. Here we go, 2nd down, complete, but that could be a fumble. It probably is, and if it is, Lake Mills has it. Yeah, they're calling it incomplete. Yeah, that was bang, bang play there. It'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Boy, if he'd have taken, yeah, he really didn't have possession because he had to take a full step there, but it was knocked out real quick, recovered by Lake Mills, but they call it incomplete. So they're still at the 47-yard lines of the Bulldogs. 3rd and 10. Quickly gets them up to the line. Stay in that spread offense with a single back. They do have a wing back there too, but he's just blocking. Here's a pass to the right to the running back, and it's complete. That's Spencer Nash, but it's about 5 yards on that one. It's going to bring 4th down. 4th and about 5. 4th and 4, they call it. See what they do here. It looks like they're going to go for it. And they spread a couple of receivers to the left, one to the right, the single setback. Slot receiver is the tight end who caught a pass earlier. He's changing the play, it looks like, at the line, or calling out something, and back to pass, Wogan, and he's complete with the first down, about a yard past the marker. Ian Latham is a busy guy today. He's been catching a lot, or at least been intended receiver quite a bit for the Warhawks. And this drive is continuing with 1:04 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0, Lake Mills leads. They sit at the 36-yard line of Lake Mills, do the Westfork Warhawks out of Sheffield. They stay with a single setback in that little shotgun formation. Wogan going long, going deep to the end zone, overthrows the man who was open. He had gotten behind Ian Latham, had gotten past the defense, and he was overthrown. Diving for the catch at the goal line, or in the end zone. Incomplete. 2nd down 10 from the 36. 38 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Lake Mills. On Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at lakemillsbulldogs.com, and you can catch, you can look at replays and stuff of games if you want to later on too. It's good if Grandma and Grandpa are in Arizona for the winter. They can keep up with the sports back home here in Lake Mills. Or even if you're here and your kid does something spectacular, you can catch that on the broadcast as well and on the website. That was an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 6 with 17 seconds and counting here in the first. 7-0 Lake Mills. Single setback. Wogan has the ball, throws it to that running back, and he's wide open. He's going to score 32 yards. He snuck out of the right side of the backfield and untouched from 32 yards goes Spencer Nash from Lucas Wogan. Well, 1 second left, 1.2 seconds left here in the first quarter. And 7-6. See what they do here. There looks like they're got a weird formation going, and now a timeout by Lake Mills with 1.2 seconds left in the first quarter. And 7-6 is the score. We'll see what they do. They had a weird looking formation there. Looked like they were going to try for 2, but we'll see if they change their mind as they come out of the timeout here. But man, that was a wide open pass play from Wogan to Nash, 32 yards just at the end here of the first quarter. And a nice pass play for Lake Mills too on their score, 23-yard touchdown from Cale Beamer to Alex Martinson over the left side as well. So could be a tie ball game, or if they go for the 2, we'll see. They had a formation where they had like 5 guys out way a lot wide to the left, did Westfork, with a center and a quarterback, and the rest of the team was a little confusion there, so Lake Mills called the timeout. And now they come out looking, it's no center, for one thing. Got about 7 guys out to the left, no center. Wogan is standing by the quarterback position with 2 guys in a running back situation and 1 guy out right. Now they shift into a extra point formation with Spencer Nash, the kicker. Snap, down, kick is no good. Missed wide left. All that razzle-dazzle adds up to Zippo, and it's 7-6. Lake Mills with 1.2 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 7-6 Lake Mills over Westfork. And again, game tonight here at Lake Mills Stadium. They're going to be at Newman Catholic next Friday. They pretty much play on Fridays all season long as usual, but we will have the home games, which I do believe are every other Friday from now on. Belmont Clemmy on the 8th of September. There's a game on the 22nd that says MFL Marmac. I'm not sure what that is. It's a home game with Central Springs on October 6th. And only like 4 home games this year out of their 9 or 10 total football games, which hardly seems fair, but that's what they're doing. Bulldogs football. It's Bulldogs TV, new this year, powered by Live Sports Live. We did some games last year. We did some basketball, boys and girls, and even some wrestling. And we are on livesportslive.com. But this year, Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. Westfork setting up, kicking it off on their 40. 7-6, Lake Mills over the Warhawks here with 1.2 seconds left. This is the last play of the first quarter. Last time they kicked off was the opening kickoff. They tried an onside deal, and that kind of backfired on them because Lake Mills got possession on the Warhawk side of the field. That was Alex Albert who got the kickoff, put his knee on the ground, and of course it's blown dead in high school and college when your knee hits the ground if you have the ball. So it's still Lake Mills football, but they're at the 22 at the end. Well, no, we have 0.8 seconds left of the first quarter, with the Bulldogs up 7-6. And they got the offense moving on that last drive. Nice quarterback draw by Beamer, and then he found Martinson over the left side for that 23-yard touchdown. Seems like a long time ago since they had the ball. That was a long drive by the Warhawks, ending in a touchdown. They missed the extra point. Here is a pitch to the right, and it's a penalty on the play. I think it's going to be a face mask. Alex Albert runs the ball for a nice gain to the right, but it looked like one of the defenders got a handful of face mask there. We'll see how severe the penalty is. But it looks like Lake Mills is going to get some better field position out of this one. It's a pretty nice run on its own. Wasn't for a first down, but it was run out to about the 30. So maybe a 7-yard gain on the play. Yep, face mask call against Westfork. And is that a spot foul or? It's going to mark it off here. That's the end of the first quarter, by the way. So maybe we should pay some bills quick and come back with second quarter action here from Lake Mills. 7-6, Bulldogs lead on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at lakemillsbulldogs.com.
That's also the end of the first quarter.
Back in Lake Mills, high school football action here on Bulldogs TV. You can find us at lakemillsbulldogs.com. We're powered by Live Sports Live online. And it is second quarter action now with Lake Mills leading 7-6, and they have the ball to the Bulldogs. After the face mask, it'll be first and 10 at the 46, their own 46. That was like a 38-minute first quarter with a lot of incomplete passes and penalties. The first game, you can expect that kind of thing. Here's a handoff inside, no go for Maverick Schmidt on the carry. Or was it Albert? It was Albert. Alex Albert. Yeah, they bottled him up good. They're going to call it a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 for Lake Mills. As they near midfield, running into a little bit of trouble here. They're getting some good in and out play from the receivers there. Substitution, saving some guys. And now it's more of a spread offense here for Lake Mills, but that's a sack. Wow. Breaking through. It's number 50, Trey Pfeffer, who levels Beamer for another loss. Back to the 35-yard line. And they were at the 46, and now they're 11 yards further back after 2 plays. Makes it 3rd and 22. 10:51 to play. Clock is moving here in the second quarter. Some future cheerleaders way out there doing some nice cartwheels. Please, look at that. They're nonstop out there. Beamer brings him up. He's in the shotgun. He's got a single setback and 3 receivers, 2 to the left, and he's going to pass. He avoids one defender and runs it up the middle and gets hit hard. A couple of guys sandwich him right there at about the 37. So gained a yard or so, 2 yards maybe. Still going to be 4th down and long, so kick it back to Westfork. But if you can get a good punt here and get that field position back on the Warhawks side of the field deep. The Warhawks putting a couple of guys at the 30, 25, 30-yard line. Here's the punt. Sails back to the 25. And Nash takes it to his right, and he's got some room up to the 40, 41-yard line. Burgo on the tackle. We've been hearing that a lot tonight. Burgo's very active on the defensive side. So with 9:39 left in the first half, 7-6, Lake Mills is on top. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. But it's Westfork with the ball at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. They scored last time on a 32-yard touchdown. Here they go, up to the line. Deep snap here with a single setback by Wogan. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. They go up the middle on a handoff, and that's Nash. He's going to cross the 45 to about the 47. Felsted with the tackle there for Lake Mills. Second and 5. 9:15 and counting, second quarter. 7-6, Lake Mills on top. Thanks to BizWiz and Dale's Body Shop, Dave's Auto, Carl Bladel Construction, Amish Heirlooms Furniture. 2nd and 5. Wogan takes the snap and throws it out to his left. Complete, but not going very far. Halloran gets that one. Maybe a yard or two. Maybe a yard. 48. They're calling it just shy of the 48-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Also brought to you by Lake Mills Chamber tonight. Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Premier Concrete, Sophia Asa Photography, Womack Design, and Young Plumbing and Heating. We thank them all for being on board here as we start Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, and we're online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. 3rd and 5 with 8:15 left in the first half. If flags fly, it's going to be a timeout for Westfork. The Warhawks' 2nd timeout of the half. It's 8:14 to play, 7-6. Lake Mills leading. We'll be back with more action here from Lake Mills on Bulldogs TV. Back in Lake Mills, 7-6. Bulldogs lead the Warhawks from Westfork out of Sheffield. On Bulldogs TV, you can find us at lakemillsbulldogs.com. We are powered by Live Sports Live. The same folks that brought you Lake Mills Sports last year at livesportslive.com. Just kind of finessing the name a little bit this year. I like the sound of it. It kind of flows. Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. And we're on Facebook, too. Facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. All right, we have 3rd and 5 for the Westfork Warhawks. And they're at their own 48-yard line. With 8:14 to play in the half, Lake Mills leading 7-6. Here's the snap. Deep is Wogan, and he's going to throw it deep, but it's over the outstretched arms of Ian Latham. He was open. He had Alex Martinson by a step or two, but it was overthrown, so 4th down. Near midfield. See what they do here. They've already shown that they'll do some weird formations on that extra point. I think they faked themselves out a little bit. Started out with half the team on the wide left on that extra point, and then they shifted, and it backfired because they missed the extra point. With all that razzle-dazzle, you better make the point. Well, they got a guy dropping deep. Nash, the running back, punter. And they snap it. Ooh, almost over his head, and he's going to fake it. He started to run, but then he kicked it. And it's going to roll dead inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line. 7:57 to play in the half. Lake Mills up 7-6, and they got the ball again. Do the Bulldogs. See if we can get back to that one drive they had, the scoring drive, which ended with a 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson. We've had 2 kind of long touchdowns, 23-yarder for Lake Mills, 32-yarder for Westfork. The only difference being the extra point that the Warhawks missed. All right, Beamer under center with the I backfield. There's a whistle. Stoppage of play with flags. Procedure on Lake Mills, looks like. Somebody jumped. Somebody a little anxious on Lake Mills. So 1st and 15. Going to put it back at the 19-yard line. Into the game comes the touchdown guy, Alex Martinson. Going to be under center again is Beamer. 6-foot junior. Playing well. He's got some good legs on him, too, when he wants to run. He drops back, rolls to his right, finds somebody over the middle, but an errant pass. Well covered was Cactus. Cactus had 2 or 3 guys around him, but that one hit the ground a few yards before it got to Tommy. So that's going to be an incomplete pass. And 2nd down, 15. 7:47 to play here in the half. The field position has shifted now, playing in the Lake Mills side of the field here in the second quarter. The first quarter was all played in the Westfork side. Out of the shotgun, and here's a handoff around, end around, and it's Felsted, yeah, when the carry to the right side. Didn't fool the Warhawks much there, got a couple of yards out of it. 3rd and 15. The 21. 7:18 and counting on the clock. 3rd down and long for Lake Mills. Beamer brings him up. He's going to be under center. The I backfield. Cactus to the left. Martinson, it looks like, out there on the right. The flags again. And a delay. Yep, going to move him back again. It's 5 yards more, so.
5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
3rd and even longer with 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Same formation here with Tommy Cactus out wide left. Martinson on the right side in the I formation. Beamer back to pass. And he's got his man at about the line of scrimmage and not much more than that. The 20-yard line. Alex Albert has it. But they're going to be at 4th down and long. 6:42 to play here in the first half. Lake Mills leads 7-6. But they got to give the ball back to the Warhawks. Got to get a good kick on this one because you're deep in your own side of the field, and the Warhawks drop a couple of guys into Westfork territory at about the 45. We got another penalty here. Laundry on the field at about the 10-yard line, and that's going to cost Lake Mills some more yardage back to about the 15-yard line. Under 6 minutes now left. Second quarter. Lake Mills up 7-6. Here's the kick. It's a nice high one. It gets to about midfield, 49-yard line. And, fumble pops out of there. It looks like Lake Mills has it. They do. Nice play. Ian Latham fumbled it, got hit hard. Helmet on the ball will cause a fumble and a big turnover for Lake Mills at their own 40. So they end up gaining about 25 yards out of the deal. Back on offense with 5:36 to play in the second quarter, leading by a point, 7-6. Beamer is out of the shotgun now with a single back and 4 receivers, a little spread offense, and they're going to run it right up the middle. Albert's got it, and he's going over the 50 to the 45 of Westfork. That'll be a first down. That's a 15-yard gain for Alex. And we're in business again. Felsted comes out of the game. Martinson goes in. A lot of substituting for the receivers for Lake Mills, keeping them fresh. Cactus out wide right. Martinson to the left. As they spread them out, 2 receivers on each side and the single setback, and that's Albert. And he gets the ball, but he's smothered at the line of scrimmage. Might even lost a half a yard. Alex Albert, the 5'10 senior, has a couple of nice runs tonight. That last one of 15 yards, his best so far on the evening. Also had Cale Beamer earlier on a quarterback draw with a nice run early on. That was on the scoring drive, which ended with a 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson. In the shotgun again. Beamer stands at the 50. The ball's at the Westfork 45, and it's a fake handoff. Fake draw, and he's sacked. That's a big kid that got him to, I don't want him to land on me. Number 68, Alex Bender. Bender? It's the Breakfast Club. Anyway, I flash back. It is 3rd down and 10. And it's back into Bulldog territory at the 47. Oh, 3rd and 18 with the 8-yard loss there. And here comes Beamer with the snap, and he's going over the right side, right hash mark, and it's caught. Cactus caught it. It hit him. It looked like it was going to be incomplete, but he kept it alive, and it landed on him, and he caught it. It's not a first down, but he did catch it. He got about 11 yards out of that. So it's 4th and 8 in Warhawk territory at their 47, 48-yard line. 47, I guess. See what Lake Mills opts to do here. They're going to go for it. 4th and 7. Shotgun, single setback. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. He's rolling right where the 3 receivers are, so he's got a choice, and that's a complete pass for a first down. Maverick Schmidt gets the completion, and the chains move. The clock keeps stops at 3:17 with the out of bounds there. 3:17 to play in the second quarter. Lake Mills up 7-6. Now 1st and 10 on the 32 of Westfork. Here we go. Again, spread offense. Snap back. There's a little pitch to Albert, who weaves his way back to the line of scrimmage. He was dead to rights there, about a 3 or 4 yard loss, but he got out of that and got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Clock running, 3 minutes and counting. Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live. We're online at lakemillsbulldogs.com all season long here for football, the home games, and then volleyball. We have some volleyball action for you on Tuesday night from Lake Mills. Here we go, 2nd and 10. 2:41 to play in the half. Fake throw to the right, and he's going deep. It's way overthrown, though. That's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. Intended for Maverick Schmidt down the right side. Right hash marks there about the 5-yard line. Is nice deep throw from Beamer, but overthrew him by a few yards there. Looking at 3rd and 10 at the 32. We've got the ball back on the Westfork side of the festivities, and that's where most of this game has been played, which is good. And they do have a 1-point lead. Westfork having missed their extra point. 7-6 the score. Spread offense again for Lake Mills. Man in motion is Maverick Schmidt, and he gets the handoff as he comes around, but he's tackled right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be 4th down. Might have lost a yard. So a timeout is called by Lake Mills as they're going to think about what comes next with 2:20 to play here in the first half. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more action from Lake Mills on lakemillsbulldogs.com. We are back on Bulldogs TV at lakemillsbulldogs.com, powered by Live Sports Live. Throughout the football season, home games, and also volleyball. Like I said, will be in action Tuesday at the high school here in Lake Mills. Here we are at 4th and 11 with 2:20 to play in the first half. Lake Mills pondering their choices here of what to do. Leading 7-6. And it looks like they're just going to go for it. Beamer in the shotgun with the single setback. Albert. They've got 2 receivers to each side. 4th and 11. They're going to have to get to about the 21-yard line. He's going right, and he's got Schmidt out there. He's got his hands on it, but he couldn't catch it. He was down about the 11, 12-yard line. Incomplete, and that'll turn it over to the Westfork Warhawks. They'll get the ball at their own 33-yard line with 2:13 to play in the first half. Both teams with 1 good drive each that ended with touchdowns. 23-yarder for Lake Mills from Beamer to Martinson in the first quarter, and then second quarter Westfork coming back with a 32-yarder touchdown pass from Wogan. who leads them up to the line here. 1st and 10. Closing minutes of the first half. 2:13 to go. And he's in the shotgun, single backfield, and he's going to throw to his left. No, he brings it down, and he's going to be sacked. He's going to lose 6-7 yards there. Albert Irons getting the sack. Nice pressure up the middle. He didn't have anybody open. He had to eat the ball. Clock keeps running, and it's 2nd and long. They're at the 27-yard line. They got to get to the 43 to keep the chains moving. Minute 40, taking their time. Here's the pass over the middle, dropped. Looked like it could have been completed to Ian Latham, but he had some pressure on him, but still should have made that catch. Went right through his hands and incomplete. Stops the clock at 1:37 left here in the second quarter. 3rd and 17 for Westfork. What a good stop here, and you get the ball back with plenty of time to run some 2-minute offense here for Lake Mills. Just looking ahead, there's some excitement on the Lake Mills sidelines there. As head coach Bill Burns jumping up and down. And Lake Mills calls the timeout. They'll talk things over with 3rd and 17 and 1:37 to play here in the first half. We'll take a quick break and be right back with the action on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. We are back in Lake Mills. Final 1:37 of the first half here. High school football. Lake Mills hosting Westfork, the Warhawks. And they have the ball to the Warhawks. 3rd and 17. Trailing 7-6. Lake Mills with that 1-point advantage. He's back to pass is Wogan, and the guy catches it along the left sideline. It's complete at the 47, and that's a first down. It stops the clock because he rolled out of bounds, too. Or no, they just had to reset the chains. And there's the clock rolling again, 1:28. That's a 46-yard line. Their own 46, so they haven't crossed midfield just yet. But it was a nice pass play, and here's Wogan again over the middle. There's a flag down. That pass is caught by Halloran. But that's about an 8-yard gain on that, but we'll see what the penalty is all about with 1:16 left in the half. Ineligible man downfield on Westfork. He originally called it on Lake Mills, but they're on defense. So he changed his mind and pointed to the offense. Well, it's going to set him back a little bit and stops the clock with 1:16. It's going to be 1st and long for Westfork. And up to the line they go. The clock is started. It's at 1:13 and counting. 1st and 15 for the Warhawks. Back to pass is Wogan, and he's chased there. Oh, and he's changed hands and threw it lefty and completed it, and they got out of bounds. About a 2-yard gain there. Halloran again. So 2nd down. Well, they gained a few there. They're about 8 yards to go with a minute to play here in the second quarter. Lake Mills up 7-6. Wogan is in a shotgun formation. Gets his receivers out. He's going deep. It's picked. Cactus gets it at about the 30. And Lake Mills has the ball. Just under a minute to go, 51 seconds. Tommy Cactus. Nice play, number 24, 6'3", junior. How do juniors get to be 6'3"? I'm not even 5'11". So a chance here to maybe get a couple of nice pass plays, or maybe they fool them with a draw play and get some field position, maybe a field goal, or heck, let's score a touchdown. Why not? 1st and 10 for Lake Mills at their own 35, thanks to Tommy Cactus and his interception. First turnover, or actually second turnover for Lake Mills. They had a fumble recovery earlier too. This one is out to Maverick Schmidt. Pass completion. Gained about 5-6 yards there. And clock's running at 35-34. No sense of urgency. There's a... Brings him to the line here. 2nd and 3. 22 seconds. Snap is low to Cale Beamer. He's rolling around back there. Looking, and rolling to his right. He's going to run it and get hit there and down. Almost a first down, about a half a yard short. 7 seconds, 6. With just a few seconds to go, they call timeout. Lake Mills. Clock shows 3.8 seconds. Lake Mills up by 1. They have the ball. And they're close to a first down at the 45, 44 and a half. Both teams with one good drive in the ball game, and should be a tie score except for the missed extra point by Westfork, where they tried some razzle-dazzle, trying to fool Lake Mills into thinking they were going to, I don't know what they were going to do because they didn't have a center. And then they went back into the regular extra point formation and ended up missing the field goal while left. All right, last play probably of the first half here with 3.8 seconds. 3rd down and 3 for Lake Mills. I guess you Hail Mary it, huh? Well, they're going to put it back to 8.2. There was some confusion at the timeout there, the last timeout, because late timeout. Coach Burns is showing 8 seconds. Yep, 8 seconds left. 7-6. Lake Mills with the ball at their own 45. 3rd and 3, but it's the last play of basically the first half. I guess they could get a couple in there, but Beamer in the shotgun formation. And he's going to go back to pass, throw it as far as he can, and hope for something good. Cactus out there, but incomplete. There's still a half second left. 4th down. Might as well throw another one. Throw another one deep, see what happens. Might get lucky and get a big lead at halftime here. 7-6 now. 4th down. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Sophia Asa Photography, Womack Design, Young Plumbing and Heating, Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Lake Mills Chamber, Amish Heirlooms Furniture, Carl Bladel Construction, Dave's Auto, Dale's Body Shop, and BizWiz here on Bulldogs TV. LakeMillsBulldogs.com, powered by Live Sports Live. All right, here we go with the pass out to the right, and they're setting up a screen, and it's going to be snuffed out at the 45 as he crosses midfield, and that's the end of the half, with Lake Mills up 7-6 at halftime over Westfork. And we'll be back with some halftime information and, of course, the second half of action here at Lake Mills Field after these words from our sponsors on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Lake Mills for the second half action here. Lake Mills against Westfork. They're out of Sheffield. And 23-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter from Cale Beamer, the 6-foot junior quarterback, to Alex Martinson, number 4, the flanker, the 5'8 senior. It opened the scoring for the year and the game in the late first quarter. And then Westfork answering back with a 32-yarder from Lucas Wogan to Ian Latham in the second quarter. But they missed the extra point after some razzle-dazzle attempt at lining up and trying to fake Lake Mills into thinking they were going to go for 2 or something. I don't know what that formation was. It was weird, but they ended up missing the extra point wide left. So we stand at 7-6, Lake Mills at halftime, as the Bulldogs are working out a little bit on one side of the field, while the Warhawks are talking it over near the end zone on the other side of the field. Senior night, or it's parents' night tonight for Lake Mills, honoring the parents tonight, both the band and the football team here. Nice to see all the parents in the stands here for the season opener. And things are going so far so good. They have a couple of turnovers, too, in the game due Lake Mills. Fumble recovery and an interception. Tommy Cactus getting a late interception and saving some possible points for the opponent there. They couldn't put together any points of their own late in the half, but anyway, they stopped that drive that was moving for Westfork. About a minute and a half here until they get things going in the second half, and we have to thank our sponsors, Amish Heirlooms Furniture, Premier Concrete, Sophia Asa Photography, Womack Design, Young Plumbing and Heating, Northern Iowa Therapeutic Massage, Dave's Auto, Carl Bladel Construction, Lake Mills Chamber, BizWiz, Dale's Body Shop, all along for the ride here. And got a game next Friday at Newman Catholic, and then Belmont Clemmy back here on the 8th of September in Lake Mills. And the schedule includes, I believe, 4 home games this year. Looks like they're about to get things back going here for the second half. 7-6 Lake Mills on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, and we're online at lakemillsbulldogs.com all season long. And as I mentioned a couple times, volleyball too, starting next Tuesday. They've had a volleyball match already on the year at home, but we'll start next Tuesday on lakemillsbulldogs.com. And speaking of those Lake Mills Bulldogs, they will kick off to open the second half here. Big number 50, Gabe Irons, 6'6" senior, puts his long leg into it to start the second half. 7-6 Lake Mills. Here we go. The kick is end over end and bounces into the end zone and will be a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Westfork to start the half. See if Lake Mills can get some more turnovers here. It's fun to see. They didn't turn the ball over themselves. Well, on downs they did, but not as far as fumbles or interceptions. And they got a couple of their own on defense. Dylan Reneker, Nate Orban, Max Johnson, Brett Tyler along the front line. Nick Ron, Grant Felstead, Gabe Irons, Maverick Schmidt, and Cole Burgo playing the linebackers. Alex Martinson, Cale Beamer at the corners, and Tommy Cactus and Alex Albert as safeties. Here's a run, but it's blown dead by the referees before it even gets going. And that's a procedure against the Warhawks, and they'll move them back 5. 1st and 15, 2 seconds into the second half. Been a lot of penalties, but I guess that's to be, I don't know if it should be expected. I'm sure the coaches will tell you it's not expected, but, you know, early in the season, trying to get timing down and things. Been hitting each other for several weeks, and it's nice to hit other guys too, and sometimes you get a little bit anxious to do that. There's a dive up the middle that goes nowhere. So that'll be 2nd and long. Burgo and Schmidt on the tackle. You're going to hear Cole Burgo is all over the place on defense, number 55. Heard his name tons of times tonight on the defensive side of the ball. He also plays right guard on offense. A lot of guys going both ways here for Lake Mills, offense and defense. 2nd and 14. Here's a handoff, right side, and gets up to the 20, but the ball is loose. And it looks like they got it back. One of the linemen jumping on it there. Number 68, Alex Bender. So that was close. That would have been nice to get it there to 19. 3rd down, though, for Westfork here at the 19-yard line. Need a good defensive stop here. Get that ball back and put it in the end zone here. Widen that lead a little bit. Or at least get a field goal out of the deal. It would be nice, too. But here we go. 3rd down. There's the whistles, and the play is stopped. Is that procedure again? Yes, that is what it is. Move them back 5. 3rd and 16. Move them back. They're inside the 15 now at the 14-yard line. This is good. 3rd and 16, 10.5 to play in the third quarter. Lake Mills up 7-6. Opening night here, parents' night. And to the line comes the Warhawks, led by Lucas Wogan, their quarterback. He's in the shotgun there with a single back. He's got 4 receivers, 3 to the right, and he's going to throw it over the middle on a screen, and that goes nowhere. Wow, nice hit by Burgo. He just leveled him there, and they'll have to punt. Cole's everywhere on defense, I'm telling you. He's got to be approaching double digits in tackles, if not over. I keep hearing his name over and over. I'll hear his name in my nightmares tonight. It is 4th down now, and a long ways to go, deep in their own territory. And going back to kick it away is that number 2, Cale Weaver? No, that's the running back, and he was going to try and fake it, but he might have a safety. Or they recovered the fumble for a touchdown. What a great turn of events for Lake Mills. It looked like an attempted fake punt by Spencer Nash. And he tried to run it to the right, but was swarmed under. And I didn't see it all because there were so many guys around it. But apparently he dropped the ball in the end zone. Lake Mills jumps on it, scores a touchdown, 13-6. Beautiful. 3rd turnover now on Westfork, and it turns into points for the Bulldogs. Here's Irons for the extra point. He kicks her in. Whoa, that snuck right inside the left upright. 14-6 is the score now. That was a great turn of events for Lake Mills. It was tough to see the turnover because he was smothered in the end zone there. I didn't know if it was a safety. I knew it was going to be points for the Bulldogs, whether it was a safety or a touchdown, until the referee signaled it. It was tough to tell. But Spencer Nash, big mistake there. Trying to fake it that deep. Or maybe he saw the rush coming and didn't have room to kick it. And, regardless, he was tackled in the end zone, fumbled before he was down, though. And touchdown, Lake Mills. Beautiful. 14-6, 9:19 to play, third quarter. And the Bulldogs will kick it back to him. A little cushion here now with 8-point lead. Of course, only a touchdown and 2-point play ahead, but we'll take it. 9:19 left here in the third. Who got that touchdown, guys? It was Burgo? Boy, he's an animal. He is Burgo. You hear his name over and over on defense, and he was the one who ended up falling on that ball in the end zone for the score. It was a short kick, fielded at about the 20, and nailed right there. That was Cactus with the tackle. And Westfork will take over at their 20-and-a-half-yard line. Called the 21, maybe. First down there. 3 big turnovers for the Lake Mills defense. One of them, a touchdown on a messed up punting play by Westfork. Not fully convinced that it was a straight-on fake, because who would do that in their own end zone, but on a 4th and 14 or whatever it was. But he was trying to make some room for himself and ended up fumbling the ball, and Burgo fell on top of it. That was tipped by Albert. Tipped out of bounds. Pass attempt there by Wogan. 2nd and 10. He tipped it out of bounds around the 20-yard line. Nice play defensively by Alex Albert, the 5'10 senior. And now they've got momentum going. Play after play seems to be going the Bulldogs' way here. 9:10 to play in the third. Up by 8, 14-6. Deep in Westfork territory, as most of the game has been played in Warhawks' side of the field. A little bit in the second quarter they got into Lake Mills territory. Scored a touchdown, but I thought it was going to be picked. Alex Martinson had nothing but field in front of him if he could have corralled that pass, which was behind the receiver from Wogan. And if he'd have got that one, that was another score defensively, easily. But incomplete, 3rd and 10. Defense is playing well. Long time in the huddle on this 3rd and 10. 9:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here we go, back to pass. He's going deep, and this could be picked off. It is. Cactus got it at his own 45. Another turnover. The 4th for the Lake Mills defense, but it's basically a punt there anyway. But 14-6, and the lead and the ball for Lake Mills as they come out here. 1st and 10 at their own 45. Here comes Cale Beamer and the offense. One back, he gets the pitch. A nice run up the middle for 5-6 yards there by Alex Albert. Just kind of pushing the pile forward to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Out comes Felberg, in goes Martinson. Those guys switch pretty much every play. Beamer's going to be in the shotgun again. Single back, Albert. 2 receivers to each side. He's going to pitch it back to Albert and see to the left side, but he's got a little bit of room there. He puts his head down and knocks a guy over and gets out of bounds over the 45 to the 44-yard line. Yep, 1st down at the 44 of Westfork. And they're in business again. 1st down, and up come the Bulldogs. They're still in that spread offense with 2 receivers right, 2 left. Albert in the backfield. Beamer in the shotgun. Gets the ball. Handoff up the middle goes Albert, and he's got big real estate. Another 1st down. 10-yard run. And they're starting to wear down the Warhawks. Might as well run it and take the time off. 4 defensive turnovers. One of them led to an immediate touchdown on that messed up punt play for the Warhawks. With Cole Burgo jumping on the ball in the end zone, scoring a touchdown. 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson. Here's a snap to a handoff up the middle again to Albert, but he doesn't go anywhere that time. Might have lost a yard off the left side there. Tackle made that time by number 11, Ian Gonzalez. That'll lead to 3rd and 1. I thought he got the 1st down on that, but 3rd and 1 at the 36-yard line of the Warhawks. Still in that spread offense. 2 receivers each side. Single setback. Snap. There's a throw out to the right. Completed and 1st down. Picked up out there, and more down to the 27-yard line. Colby Groh with the catch on that. Very nice job. Little flare out to the right, and he ran for a 1st down and more. 1st and 10 now from the 36 or 7-yard line, or 27-yard line. Still spread formation for Lake Mills. Oh, they got some defensive movement on that. They crossed the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to get 5 yards on that one. Encroachment, 1st and 5 now from the 22, or just 22, 23. somewhere in there. .616 and counting in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 14-6 and putting the pressure on to score again. 1st and 5 from the 22, we're calling it here. Split backfield now behind Beamer, and he hands it off. It goes up the middle for a couple of yards. Got it down to the 20-yard line. Schmidt with the carry there. Alex Albert starting to pick up steam here in the second half. A couple of nice runs as they burn some more time. 5:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Up by 8. Trying to put some more points on the board. 2nd and 3. Deep in Warhawk territory. 4 seconds on the play clock. 2. And get the snap off. Nice. Get that thing all the way down to close to nothing. That's Albert on the handoff, dancing around and gets close to a first down. See where they put her down. Looks like they're going to have it at the 17. .17-yard line. So just a yard or so to go here. But they're in field goal range, I would think, at this point. If Gabe Irons can kick him from that far, I don't know. I haven't seen him kick a field goal yet, but there's a run up the middle. See where they mark it. Like, it's going to be just short, 4th down. I mean, they might have to measure on this one. Yep, they're going to measure. The referee's timeout for a measurement on what could be 4th down or first down if things go right for Lake Mills. The players thought he might have made it. And they're going to be an inch or two short. And with 4:22 left in the third, you're up by 8. You're deep in the opponent territory. I say you go for it. Looks like they're gonna. Right about the 17-yard line. 4th down in inches. Here come the Bulldogs going for it. Beamer's going to be up under center with the I backfield. Receiver to each side. It's a quarterback keeper, and it's tough. Boy, that's tough yardage. I don't know if he got there. Just depends on the spot of the referee where they're going to say he. Cactus says he got it. Yep, they got it. First down. Nice play. Beamer on the keeper. Takes it over just far enough to get that first down and move the chains again. First down at the 17. Still calling it the 17. 4:10 to play in the third quarter. 14-6, Lake Mills looking to pad their lead. It's a nice drive, extended, burning some clock here in the third quarter. Here's a snap and a pass out to the left, and Martinson's got it, and he's down to the 6. Martinson already with a touchdown on the night, a 23-yarder from Beamer. And if not for that tackle, he would have scored again. 1st and goal at the 6, just outside the 5, a 6-yard line. As we have 3:50 and counting left here in the third quarter. And Lake Mills about to blow it open a little bit here. If they can get it in the end zone from 6 yards out. Here's the snap from the shotgun, a handoff up the middle. Albert kind of stopped there at maybe the 5. Might have got a yard. Yeah, he got inside the 5 on that one. 2nd down and goal. Albert comes out of the ball game. And going in is Colby Grow. Colby had a nice first down catch. Looks like Albert might have a cramp or something on his left leg. They're working on him on the sideline, stretching that calf. Second and goal. 3 minutes to play in the third. This is Maverick Schmidt, and goes nowhere. We lost a yard or two on that one, so it's going to be third and goal. And they may have to put it in the air here. Otherwise, you could just run it, kick the field goal, go up 11. And at the same time, run more clock because you're not no incomplete passes or anything. Clock is running at 2.5 minutes left in the third. Beamer comes up under center this time with the eye in backfield. And Cactus out left. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it is bobbled around and intercepted in the end zone by number 16 of the Warhawks. That's Jesse Chimbambo, the 6-foot junior who got in front of, it looked like, Felstead on that. Could have been Ron or Felstead, I don't know. It looked like it was, I think it was Felstead over the middle. So they'll get the ball at their 20-yard line with the touchback, thwarting a scoring chance for Lake Mills. They were inside the 5 at one point there. They're still working on Albert's left leg there. Cramp situation as he takes in water, and they massage the calf area there. Here come the Warhawks, a handoff, and no room on the right side there by Nash. We're going to give him a yard or two on that. Second down, Nate, from the 22. And the clock is under 2 minutes left here in the third. Turnover on quarterback Cale Beamer leads to the situation we have now. 2nd and 8 for Westfork. In the shotgun. Hands it off over the left side. Another couple of yards maybe. And that's Gonzalez with the carry. 6'1" senior. And it'll bring up third down. Couple of runs up the middle. And that's wasting time here on the clock. And Lake Mills doesn't mind that at all. Down to almost a minute left here in the third. Up by 8 are the Bulldogs. Crucial third down here. It's got to stop them from getting that first down on this. And they're handing it off over the right side, and he is close. He's going to mark him down at the 30, and they had to get to the 30. It looks like they might have to measure again. That's close. They may measure on that one, or, yep, they're going to measure. Make sure that he got the necessary inches there on a 3rd and 7 with 47 seconds now left here in the third quarter. Lake Mills up 14-6. We'll see if they stretch the chains and give them a first down. Otherwise, it'll be interesting to see if they actually go for it if they don't make it here, deep in their own territory. Wow, that's first down by the nose of the football. It just depends every time if the ref marks it with his upfield foot or his backfield foot. That must have been upfield there. 47 ticks left here in the third. Lake Mills up 14-6. Head coach Bill Burns is getting a workout on the sidelines. He walks back and forth. Season opener going well so far. But that last possession, they threw it away in the end zone. Interception. When they could have really blown things open. First down now for Westfork, and everybody on Lake Mills has a shot at Gonzalez, and they finally get him down at the 30. No gain. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Might have been the last play of the third quarter as we have 18 seconds and counting going here. And I think that is the end of the third quarter because there's 5 seconds left and they haven't even left the huddle. So we'll be back with fourth quarter action. Lake Mills up 14-6. From Lake Mills on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live, online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. I'm Jay Paul. We're back in Lake Mills for Bulldog football here against the Warhawks of Westfork. 14-6 Lake Mills as we start the fourth quarter. And I have Arthur and Paul helping me, and I'm Jay Paul. That's kind of weird. We're on Bulldogs TV, and it's powered by Live Sports Live. Online at LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Tell your friends about us. Facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. Another avenue to reach us. 2nd and 10 for Westfork here. In the shotgun as a handoff up the middle. And room to move to the 38 for Gonzalez. And he's finding some room to run here in the late third quarter and early fourth. Last few carries. That'll bring up a third and a couple yards. They got to get to the 40, and they're sitting right at about the 38 and a half. A defensive stop here is what is needed to get the ball back for Lake Mills. Interesting to see they're in the shotgun formation with a single back. Handoff up the middle. Gonzalez, does he get there? Looks like he did cross that line they needed. It's close if he didn't, but yep, they're going to move it. Chains, and that's a first down at the 40, their own 40. Trailing by 8 is Westfork. Their only score was a 32-yard pass from quarterback Lucas Wogan to Ian Latham, second quarter. And they missed the extra point on a razzle-dazzle lineup. That ended up into an extra point attempt that was missed wide left. First down, handoff again, up the middle. It's Gonzalez. He's tough to bring down there. Got a couple of yards where it should have been snuffed out at the line of scrimmage. Give Gabe Irons a tackle there. By the way, I saw Alex Albert running around on the sideline. He looks like he's recovered from the cramp situation. Is he back in the game yet? 32, yep, he is back in his safety position. Had left the game earlier on that last drive on offense with looked like a little cramp in the left calf. 2nd and 8. Westfork with the ball. Snap back and throwing out to the right and completing the pass. Martinson gets the tackle out there. It's going to be a third down. Third and about 3. They've got to get just over the 50 for a first down, and they're sitting at the 48. So a little more than 2 yards to go here on third down. 9:47 to play in the game. Bulldogs up 8. Snap, handoff, first down and more. And he is on the loose down to the 30-yard line before he's tackled. Looks like Albert got the tackle there, hanging onto his shirt from behind. Thankfully, because that might have been a score if he didn't. Gonzalez is starting to get some room to run. Westfork showing unity. I noticed earlier, too, on their huddles, they hold hands. Used to see that in the NFL sometimes, too, trying to foster some togetherness on the team. There's a handoff again up the middle. Gonzalez dances around, gets a couple, 3 yards. There's a flag late. Might have been a face mask. And so second down, but we'll see. There's a hold on the offense. That's nice. Came from the defensive backfield. The flag did. A lot of times your holds are going to come from the offensive backfield referee, but nonetheless, they move them back. Big 10 yards. 9:13 to play in the fourth quarter as the Warhawks are on the move here. They'll put them down at the 40.5, 41-yard line of Lake Mills with a 1st and 20. Again, out of the shotgun with the single back behind him is Lucas Wogan. And they hand it off again to Gonzalez. Why not? He's been doing great, and he's up the middle, and he's gone. He scores from 39 yards out up the middle. And there's a flag, probably some celebration. He did a little flip into the end zone. Not a flip, but a roll, more or less. There's a hurt player for Lake Mills at about the 25-yard line. We'll have to sort out the penalty. I don't know if it was a personal foul on somebody. I can't get a number on the injured player for Lake Mills, but they're looking at his right leg. It is 14-12. Pending the penalty here. We'll see. I don't think it's going to take points off the board, but I think there's an unsportsmanlike on somebody somewhere. But that was a long run, 39 yards by Gonzalez. The injured player for Lake Mills was number 77, Anthony Nazer, the left tackle, who is up and walking off the field on his own power. So that's good to see. Still nothing from the referees. We have 4 of them talking things over. So I'm not sure. Gonzalez spun into the end zone untouched. I didn't see him spike the ball or anything, but as soon as he hit the ground, the flag came out. The touchdown is good. And we have a dead ball foul on the Warhawks. So it'll be assessed on the kickoff or maybe on this extra point. I don't know. But they do get the touchdown. So it's 14-12. Let's see if they go for 2 or the 1 with 8:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. Think we can sneak a quick break, or you want to just stay here? We'll stay right here with the action from Lake Mills. And they're going to mark it off here. The touchdown he showed was good. So they are going to move him all the way back with a personal foul to the 28-yard line for either an extra point or a 2-point conversion. 2-pointer to tie, but there's still 8:50 to play. And Westfork really moving on offense. That Gonzalez kid can run, and he had room up the middle. Ian Gonzalez, number 11, 6'1" senior. He wasn't running too much in the first half, but they've really been feeding him the ball here in the second half, and he's been making a lot of hay with his legs up the middle for the most part. They found something they liked about the Lake Mills defense. Well, they're going for 2 here with Wogan in the shotgun, single setback, 4 receivers, 3 to the right, and that's going over the middle, picked off, and tackled there. So no good on the 2-pointer, and it was number 42 for Lake Mills who got the interception there, Tyler Helgeson, the 5'10" sophomore, who got the ball. So nicely done. Saved them 2 points, and they still have a 2-point lead with 8:50 to play, and they'll get the ball here in the fourth quarter. Let's take a break and be back with more fourth quarter action here. Bulldogs TV on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Interesting turn of events here in Lake Mills as Westfork was trailing 14-6. They took the ball all the way down the field, mostly on runs by Ian Gonzalez, and scored on a nice long 39-yard run by Gonzalez. But the touchdown was good, but they had an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Warhawks, which set the ball back at the 28, and they tried for 2 and did not. It was intercepted, so no good, and so Lake Mills still leading by 2. Westfork having missed an extra point earlier in the game as well. So now Lake Mills getting the ball on a kickoff, a short one that only went about the 26-yard line and returned to the 30, where they will have it 1st and 10 with 8:38 to play here in the fourth quarter. And we have an injury for Lake Mills. It is Blake Storby holding his right knee. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain out there. And they're working it. Could be a cramp. Looks like a cramp there in the calf. They've had several of the boys going down with cramps, keep feeding them the Gatorade or the water or whatever they have. And the water boys picking up both of his packs and taking them out so everybody can hydrate a bit. 8:38 to play, fourth quarter, 14-12, Lake Mills. And we'll take a break and be back with more action from Lake Mills on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Lake Mills with 8:38 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs up 14-12. They have the ball at their own 31. First and 10. Scoring on a 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson, and Cole Burgo falling on a fumble in the end zone on a messed up punt play by Westfork. Oh, there's a snap that is fumbled a little bit by Beamer, but he picks it up and he runs right up the middle, and he has a first down out of that. Broken play, beautiful. Heads up play by Cale Beamer, just ran it right up the middle on a little bad snap there. It was kind of at his feet, but he picked it up and made a good play out of that one up to the 43. First and 10 with 8:27 to play, and they're up 14-12. 5 turnovers for this Lake Mills team tonight. A couple of them on 2-point plays or 1-point plays. And then here's a run around the right for Albert.
Takes the pitch around the right end.
Not a lot of room there. He might have lost a half a yard. Second and 10 or 11. Back in action next Friday. We will not have the road games this year, but they'll be at Newman Catholic, Will Lake Mills. Back home here, the next telecast for the football team against Belmont Clemmy on the 8th of September. 7:38 and counting in the fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Lake Mills. Beamer's back in the shotgun. He's got a quarterback draw, and he's got room to go over the 50, crushing people down to the 47-yard line. Nice run. That's about 3 or 4 really nice runs for Beamer tonight. There's an offensive lineman down, probably more cramping. I'm just guessing. Anthony Nazer, he was down before, and he's getting up, and he doesn't want any help. He's just going to limp off the field there. They'll probably work out a cramp there in his calf. It's been a common problem tonight on the Lake Mills sideline. 3 or 4 guys. To be expected, warmer weather, first game, that kind of thing. They're going to measure here with 7:23 left, and they're about half a yard short as Beamer crossed midfield on that play. Third and inches.
Third mattered inches at the just inside, just outside the 47.
Cale Beamer, 6-foot junior, getting some very valuable yards with his legs. He's also got that nice 23-yard touchdown to Martinson back in the first quarter. And limiting the turnovers of their own, but getting 5 on defense, helping their cause. Still, though, only up by 2 with 7:23 to play. And Westfork was moving on offense their last drive with Gonzalez doing most of the damage, running it. So Lake Mills needs to waste as much time as they can and get some points out of this drive here. First down there easily. He was pushed back, but his forward progress is going to be marked with about a yard to spare for the first down to about the 47-yard line of Westfork. 7:08 to go. The referee's going to start the clock here in a bit. Now, 7:05 and rolling. Up by 2. First and 10 into Warhawk territory at the 47-yard line. Parents' night tonight for Lake Mills, honoring all the parents of the football team and the band, too. Band did a great job at halftime. Here's the snap and a handoff to Albert. He goes over to the left and gets about 5 yards out of that carry. Nice run there.
Down by Rooney at the 43-yard line of the Warhawks.
And Martinson and Felstead doing their tango here. As it seems like every play they replace each other, probably bring it into play. Second down and 6:15 and counting here in the fourth quarter with a 2-point lead and the ball. Spread offense. One back, and he gets the handoff, and it's Albert. Escapes one tackler, but then he gets gang tackled there for a loss of a yard or so. It's going to be third down. Interesting to see if they keep it on the ground here to kill some more clock. I mean, with that Westfork offense, they've got to stop that offense if they get the ball back. They're running it right up the middle, left, right, middle. With Gonzalez, somebody's got to get him on the ground. He is quick and tough to get down. Here we go, 3rd and 6, 5.5 left. And the snap to Beamer. He's going to throw. He's thinking. Rolls to his right. Now he's got somebody open down the sideline. Does he have enough room? No, he's out of bounds. It was completed, but out of bounds was Colby Groh. He was open. He caught the ball at about the 10 or so, but he was out of bounds. That brings up 4th down. And what do you do? It's a 44-yard line of Westfork. They're going to punt with 5:13 to play, up by 2. The Warhawks drop a couple of guys back to about the 12. And there's the kick. It's going to bounce. It hit a Lake Mills player, but bounces dead at the 10. They down it there. So they got 90 yards to go, trailing by 2. With 5:03 to play in the fourth quarter. And Westfork takes control. Now let's see if they keep handing it off to Gonzalez like they did last drive. It seemed like he got every play. And he ended up bursting through with a big touchdown run, 39 yards. Got to get a hat on this guy and wrap your arms on the legs and take him down and get the ball back. 5 minutes left. Junior quarterback Lucas Wogan brings him to the line. He's going to be out of the shotgun here with a back behind him, and that's Gonzalez. A split receiver to each side. There's a whistle and a stoppage procedure. Doing a lot of penalties tonight. Yeah, procedure on the offense, so it's going to knock him even back further to the 5. Time for a safety. I'll just throw that out there in case it happens. Then I can look like a genius. Anyway, 1st and 15 from their 5. Lake Mills up 2. Looking to shut down this offense, and they're going to hand it off to Gonzalez. And a lot of congestion, but he still gathers yards and tough to bring down. He gets out to the 10. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. He scored on a 39-yard scamper last time they had the ball. And he has really come to life here in the second half. Has Ian Gonzalez, the senior, 6'1", running back, number 11. He's still in the backfield. There's the snap and a handoff to Gonzalez again, who is bottled up inside, but he still leans forward for another 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Crucial play here with 4:03 and counting. 4 minutes now, and 3rd down and 5. They're going to have to go for it, I would think, if they don't make it here. But they got to stop Gonzalez. They haven't really shown that they can do that. He's getting 5 yards a pop and then 39-yard run. And there's a snap. Handoff to Gonzalez. He does not get to the 1st down marker, so it's 4th down. Orban, Burgo in on the stop there. Burgo is a defensive tackling machine. And he's got a touchdown tonight defensively, too. He fell on a fumble in the end zone on a punt play that went wrong for Westfork. And the punter dropped the ball in the end zone, and Burgo jumped on it for the touchdown. 4th and 3. 3 minutes to play, and they stop him. Well, they haven't yet. Now they stop him. Nice defensive play. They're going to be 2 or 3 yards short of the first down, and they get the ball right there. Does Lake Mills with a 2-point lead and 2:54 to play. And now just don't turn the ball over and somehow either score or just run the clock out. How many timeouts left? 3 for each team still. 2:54 to play, 4th quarter. Season opener for Lake Mills here on Bulldogs TV on LakeMillsBulldogs.com, powered by Live Sports Live. Tell your friends that they can watch Bulldog home games, football games here, and volleyball too. We'll have our first volleyball broadcast on Tuesday next week, both video and audio of Bulldog sports home games. Here's a handoff to Albert, and he's got some room over the right side down to the 10. The clock rolls. Be interesting to see if they start using their timeouts. They have 3. Because a score here is going to really hurt the Westfork chances. But they do not call one, and it's under 2.5. Lake Mills taking their time. They have 15 seconds on the play clock. So they can take it down to about 2:10 before they snap it here on 2nd and 3. They snap it with 4 seconds left. Albert again off to the right side, and he's tackled about the 9, maybe a yard. 3rd down, now a timeout. Now a timeout for the Warhawks, and we will take a break and be back with the last 2:07 from Lake Mills on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Lake Mills, 2:07 to play in the 4th quarter with a 2-point lead. Lake Mills just stopped Westfork on a 4th down deep in their own end of the field and have the ball, 3rd and 2. They get the first down here, and it's going to be pretty tough for, well, barring a turnover, for Westfork to do anything with it, but see what they do. I'm sure they keep it on the ground here. You don't want to put it in the air and risk that kind of a thing. He's got to hold on to it, and I would imagine it's, well, it's going to be Albert or it's 3 backs in the backfield. And it's Maverick Schmidt who takes it. He's charging and churning and trying to get down to the first down, but he's not going to get there. It's a couple yards short. It's 4th down, but they're at the 7. You kick a field goal, and you're up 5. You go for it, and the referees are going to stop it. I didn't think it was that close, but apparently they think it is. So they're going to do a little measurement here with 2 minutes. 2 minutes to play. It's 14-12 Lake Mills. Season opener here. And by the way, if you go to Live Sports Live, LLC, we're proud to introduce you to your very own sports channel for the Lake Mills School District. First down, he did get it. Didn't look like he was that close to it, but of course a bad angle here from midfield. Anyway, check out live sports coverage, shop for Bulldog apparel, connect with fellow sports enthusiasts, and more at LakeMillsBulldogs.com, powered by Live Sports Live. And there's a timeout again for Westfork. That's their 2nd. They'll have 1 left with an even 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs up 14-12. We'll be back with the final action here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Back in Lake Mills, 2 minutes to go. They have the ball, 1st down and goal. Looking pretty good for the Bulldogs in their season opener here against Westfork. They've had the lead all the way through the game, scoring first on that 23-yard touchdown from Beamer to Martinson. Then Cole Burgo fell on a fumble in the end zone for another score. Westfork has scored 2 touchdowns, has not converted on any extra points or 2-point conversions, and that's why it's 14-12. There's a flag down on the first down play here, a run up the middle. Minute 52 to play now as they sort things out. They are pointing at Lake Mills as if it is on them. And it's a hold on the offense. That was first and goal. At this point, they're just trying to run the clock out, so it really doesn't matter too much. They have one time. The opponents here have 1 timeout left. Westfork. And they're declining the penalty to make it second and goal. Keep their time out there. It's a minute 52 to play. Now he's second guessing himself. Is the Warhawks head coach. And that'd be Eric Gaby. They take the penalty now and move Lake Mills back to the 18 on that holding play. So it'll be a first down and still goal to go from the 18. Because this drive, this set of downs started at the 8, so it's first and goal. But they are at the 17 or 18-yard line. With a minute 52 to play, 2-point lead, and the ball. There's a snap under center. Beamer hands it off to Albert, who's got room on the right side, and he weaves his way to a touchdown. 17-yard score for Alex Albert. That's a very nice play and exactly what they needed. And it's going to be 20-12, pending an extra point. Because it's an 8-point lead now. You get this extra point and it's over. Alex Albert has been running well today. And it is Gabe Irons with the extra point. If he hits it, it's good. 21-12 gives them a 9-point advantage with a minute 43 to go. And it's going to be very tough for Westfork to overcome that. We'll be back and see if they can do it after this on LakeMillsBulldogs.com. Bulldog fans are fired up now, and they have a right to be leading by 9 with a minute 43 to play. Thanks to Alex Albert's 17-yard touchdown gallop. And they've also had touchdowns with Cole Burgo recovering a fumble in the end zone on a punt attempt that was foiled. And then a 23-yard touchdown from Cale Beamer to Alex Martinson early in the game, first quarter. And rounds out the scoring, 21-12 for Westfork on a couple of touchdowns. They had a 32-yard pass from Wogan to Latham and then a 39-yard run. They were unable to convert on any types of points after, and that's why they have 12. 21-12. And here comes Irons with the kick, and he squibs it along, and it's recovered nicely there at 44-yard line. Westfork will have it there, trailing by 9, so even if they score and get a 2-point conversion, they still have to get the ball back and score again in order to win. So it looks pretty bleak for those Warhawks, and it looks pretty good for the Lake Mills Bulldogs in the opener. They're going to be at Newman Catholic next Friday night. So Bulldog fans, travel well with your team and cheer them on this year as they are still undefeated. They haven't won this one yet, but it looks pretty good. Although, if they get that Gonzalez running again, he could score quickly. It's 1:42 to play. And it's not Gonzalez. It's a pass over the middle, complete, and over midfield to the 45. The ball's loose, and the flag is down. But the ball is loose. Who got that, first of all? It was number 16 who had the reception. Of course, I don't have a 16 on my schedule. Oh, that's Jesse Chimbambo, who apparently coughed up the ball, but it looks like Westfork got it back, and then there was a flag at the end. And he's right near first down yardage if the play is allowed to stand. A minute 33 to play here. And then okay, here we go. Unsportsmanlike on Lake Mills. That's going to hurt. They're going to add 15 on that. And that's going to take them inside the 35. Almost down to the 30, to 32-yard line. That hurts. Still, you're up 9 with a minute 33. What happened to Gonzalez? They took him out of the game. He was running untouched for a lot of those, a lot of the second half here, but he's out, and Nash is back in the backfield for Westfork as Wogan throws it out left, and it is picked off. And that's Cactus, his second pick of the day. Tommy, his third? It's his third pick of the evening. Tommy Cactus. He's in the right place at the right time, the 6'3" junior. So that'll seal it right there with a minute 25 to go. You're up 9 and you have the ball. You're at the 30-yard line, your own 30. All you got to do is either run it up the middle, or you could kneel it as a quarterback. You only have one timeout left for Westfork. Victory formation is what they are in. Beamer will just take a knee. Westfork will probably call the timeout. There it is. They're shaking hands. Timeout, their final timeout. Just, you got to do it, because if you don't, the formality is you just have to use your timeouts. So they do. It's 21-12 with a minute and 21 left. Second down and a couple more kneel downs, and the game will be over. And a win in the books for Lake Mills to start the season here against this team from Sheffield, Westfork. And they'll be on the road next week with Lake Mills and Newman Catholic next Friday. Now, next Tuesday, we'll have Lake Mills volleyball. And we'll do all the home games for them, too, this year. And there's plenty of them. A lot of Tuesdays and Thursdays and some Saturdays for volleyball action, as they have a couple of Saturday tournaments, quads, they call them, with 3 teams visiting Lake Mills. So you can catch them all right here on Bulldogs TV, powered by Live Sports Live. We're online at lakemillsbulldogs.com. And on Facebook, you can catch updates of what we're up to, facebook.com/bulldogs-tv. We've got a contest going on lakemillsbulldogs.com for custom stadium chair and T-shirts through September 15th. Get on there on our like our page, like and share the post, and you're entered to win. We'll announce the winner on September 18th. Victory formation again, and now with no timeouts, the clock will just keep running. It's third down now. You got time. They might have to punt it by the end of this, because there's depends on when they start the 25-second clock, which is right now. So you got down to 40 seconds before you have to snap it here. And it's going to be close, but they may have to actually punt the ball, which doesn't matter because they have a 9-point lead. And even if they score on a punt return, they can't win the game or even tie it. Beamer's taking his time. He's got 2, 1, and he snaps it on the play clock, and it's 37 seconds on the game clock. Depends on when they start the play clock, but it's fourth down, and they start it now, so there's like a 1.5 seconds difference. Almost have to. Yeah, just take the snap, take a couple of steps, and down it. He's just got to take a couple steps back when he gets it, and that will be enough. 1 second on the play clock, and here we go. That's the game. It's a win for Lake Mills. 21-12, the final. That's a Rush album, 21-12, by the way. I'm a rock and roll DJ, I got to say that. 21-12, we'll be back with some final thoughts from Lake Mills as the Bulldogs win their opener on lakemillsbulldogs.com. Final score from Lake Mills, the Bulldogs winning their opener 21-12 over Westfork. Close game for the whole thing. It was in doubt until late. Early scoring, first quarter, Cale Beamer throwing a touchdown pass for Lake Mills to Alex Martinson from 23 yards out, opened the scoring, and the extra point made it 7-0. Second quarter, Westfork came back with a 32-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback, Lucas Wogan, to Ian Latham. But they missed the extra point after some razzle-dazzle, and it was 7-6. Other scoring for Lake Mills, Cole Burgo in the second half recovered a fumble in the end zone on a punt mess up. They were trying to punt it, I think, and I don't know if he had enough room or he's trying to get out of the way, but he lost the ball in the end zone, and Cole jumped on it. Cole Burgo had a great defensive game, lots of tackles, recovered that fumble for the touchdown. Extra point was made there, and they also had a 17-yard touchdown run by Alex Albert late in the game to put it away and become the game winner there. Also a 39-yard run for Westfork's Ian Gonzalez late in the fourth quarter, I guess it was, as he was going wild there for a series or two and showed some good form there. But a good win to start the season. 6 turnovers on defense, 3 of them from Mr. Tommy Cactus. 3 interceptions on the night for Tommy, showing good defensive prowess there. Well, he's 6'3", so it's easy to get in the way of things and tip it up and intercept it when you're 6'3". But a good game for Lake Mills, and they move now on the road to Newman Catholic next Friday night. We'll have the home games for football and volleyball here on Bulldogs TV. And you can find us on LakeMillsBulldogs.com, of course, but tell your friends because you're here already. But let them know that this is where they can catch all the action and watch games here and hear them too, of course, audio and video, powered by Live Sports Live. Take part in the contests that we got going on. Find us on Facebook too, facebook.com/Bulldogs-TV. 21-12 is the final from Lake Mills in the opener. I am Jay Paul. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks on the football field, but next Tuesday we'll have some volleyball action from Lake Mills High School right here on LakeMillsBulldogs.com.